Hey guys, this is a Crack Your Java interview series, and in this particular video, I'm going to cover Java fundamentals, real interview questions. If you are really want to crack your interviews, then make sure to subscribe this channel, as a lot of subscribers are already cracked multiple interviews. So let's get started. Question 1 is, what is the difference between primitive data types and non-primitive data types? Primitive data types in Java are the basic types of data that is predefined by the language. They have a fixed size and are not objects. Examples are int, double, char, and boolean. Non-primitive data types, on the other hand, are objects and classes that are not defined by Java itself, but rather by the programmer or the Java API. They can be used to call methods to perform certain operations, and their size is not fixed. Examples including strings, array, and any class instances. Question 2 is, can primitive data types be null? No, primitive data types in Java cannot be null. They have default values. Example, 0 for int, false for boolean, 0.0 for double, and must always have a value. Moving to the third question, can we declare pointer in Java? No, Java doesn't provide the support of pointer, as Java needed to be more secure, because of which feature of the pointer is not provided in Java. Moving to the fourth question, you have a variable that needs to store a large number up to 2 billion. Which primitive data type would you use and why? For storing 2 billion in Java, I would use int data type, but if the number is greater or equal than 2.15 billion, then I would use long data types. You can see the capacity of both int and long on the screen. Question 5th is, differentiate between instance and local variables. Instance variables belongs to an object of a class, means each object has its own copy. They are used throughout the class and keep their value as long as the object exists. Local variables, on the other hand, are used only within the method or block where they are declared. They disappear once the method is done, so they don't keep their values afterward. For example, we have a class named car. So here max speed is the instance variable that is class level, and current speed is a local variable that is method level or block level. Sixth question is, in a bank application, each customer has a unique account balance. Should balance be an instance variable or local variable, and why? In a bank application, each customer's account balance should be an instance variable. This means that every customer has their own balance that is stored and managed separately. This way, each customer's money is tracked individually whenever they make deposits or withdrawals. Instance variables make sure that the balance is always tied to the right customer and can be updated correctly throughout the bank system. Moving to the seventh question, what are the default values assigned to variables and instances in Java? In Java, default values are assigned to variables based on their type. Instance and class variables receives default values such as 0 for numerical types, false for boolean. Describe a bug that could occur if local variables are not properly initialized in a method. In Java, if we don't assign a value for local variables inside a method, the program won't run. The Java requires us to give these variables a value before we use them. If you try to use a local variables without setting it up first, Java will show an error and stop the program. This helps prevent mistakes and keeps a program running smoothly. Hey guys, do you know that we have designed a complete interview preparation package structured step by step containing 16 PDFs? It's basically a one-stop solution to crack any interview. This package covers core Java, Spring Framework, Maven, Git, Spring Boot, scenario-based questions, Spring Security, Spring MVC, Spring Data JPA, microservices, Hibernate, general Java coding question, Stream API coding question, and many more. The best part is that people have been telling me that they cracked their interviews with this material. There is a 99% chance that the interviewers will ask questions from this package, so I will add a link to get this in the description of this video. And if you need this package plus real enterprise projects plus chat support plus job support plus referrals, then check our interview preparation kit as well in the below description. Now moving to our questions. Question 9 is, can you explain the difference between unboxing and autoboxing in Java? Autoboxing automatically converts a primitive type like int to its corresponding wrapper class, that is integer. Unboxing does the reverse, converting an integer back to an int. Can you provide an example where autoboxing could lead to unexpected behavior? When comparing two integers instances using double equal operator, autoboxing might lead to false results because it compares object references, not values. Is there any scenario where autoboxing and unboxing could cause a null pointer exception? A null pointer exception can occur if we unbox a null object, for example, assigning null to an integer and then using it in a context where an int is expected. Question 12 is, what is a static keyword in Java? The static keyword in Java is used to indicate that a particular member, variable or method belongs to the class rather than any instance of the class. This means that the static member can be accessed without creating an instance of the class. Moving to the question 13th, can a static block throw an exception? Yes, a static block can throw an exception, but if it does, the exception must be handled within the block itself or declared using a throws clause in the class. Can we override static methods in Java? No, static methods cannot be overridden in Java because methods overriding is based on dynamic binding at runtime and static methods are bound at compile time. What is static block? To initialize static variables, such statements inside static blocks are executed only once when the class is loaded in the memory. Question 16th is, can we print something on console without main method in Java? Prior to Java 8, yes, we can print something without main method, but it's not possible from Java 8 onwards. Imagine a scenario where a static variable in a class caused a bug because it was shared among instances. How would you fix it? In order to fix this bug, we should change the static variables to instance variables. This way, each object of the class will have its own copy of the variable and changes made in one object won't affect the others. Question 18th is, what is a final keyword in Java? The final keyword is used to declare constants, making variables unchangeable once assigned, or to prevent methods overriding or class inheritance. Moving to the question 19th, what are some common use cases of using final variables in Java programming? Common use case of using final variables in Java programming includes defining constants, parameters passed to methods, and local variables in lambdas or anonymous inner classes. Question 20 is, how does the final keyword contributes to immutability and thread safety in Java? The final keyword contributes to immutability and thread safety in Java by ensuring that the value of a variable cannot be changed once assigned, preventing unintended modifications and potential concurrency issues. Question 21 is, explain public static void main string args. In Java, public static void main string args is the entry point of any standalone Java application. Public makes this method accessible from anywhere. Static means I don't need to create an object to call this method. Void means it doesn't return any value, and main is the name of this method. The string args part is an array that holds any command line arguments passed to the program. So when I run a Java program, this is the first method that gets called. Question 22 is, what will happen if you don't declare the main as static? If I don't declare the main method as static in a Java program, the JVM won't be able to launch the application. As a result, the program will compile, but it will fail to run, giving an error like main method is not static in class. Please define the main method as this. Question 23 is, can we override the main method? No, we cannot override main method of Java because a static method cannot be overridden. The static method in Java is associated with class, whereas the non-static method is associated with an object. Static belongs to the class area. Static methods don't need an object to be called. Can we overload the main method? Yes, we can overload the main method in Java by changing its arguments. Can JVM execute our overloaded main method? No, JVM only calls the original main method. It will never call our overloaded main method. Question 26 is, what is a string pool? A Java string pool is a place in a heap memory where all the strings defined in the program are stored. Whenever we create a new string object, JVM checks for the presence of the object in the string pool. If a string is available in the pool, the same object reference is shared with the variable, else a new object is created. Are there any scenarios where using the string pool might not be beneficial? It will not be beneficial when there are a lot of unique strings because it will be complex situation to check each string. Question 28 is explain how Java string pool benefits memory management when multiple strings with the same content are used in the program. Java's string pool is a memory management feature that helps save spaces by reusing identical strings. When we create a string that already exists in the pool, Java doesn't create a new string but rather points to the existing one. This means that if multiple parts of a program uses the same string, they will share a single copy stored in the pool. This reduces memory usage and increases efficiency because Java needs to allocate less memory for strings, which are commonly used objects in many programs. Can you please tell me about string and string buffer? String in Java is immutable, meaning once created, its value cannot be changed. Whereas string buffer is mutable, allowing for modifications of its contents and is thread safe and making it suitable for use in multi-threaded environments where strings need to be altered. Question 30 is how does string builder differ from string buffer and when should each be used? String builder is similar to string buffer but is not thread safe, making it faster for single threaded scenarios. Moving to the question 31, give a scenario where string buffer is better than the string. A scenario where string buffer is more appropriate than the string is in a multi-threaded server application where multiple threads modify a shared string, such as constructing a complex log entry concurrently from different threads. What are the packages in Java? In Java, packages are namespaces that organizes classes and interfaces into groups, preventing naming conflicts and managing access control. They provide a structured way to manage Java code, allowing related classes to be grouped together logically. Question 33 is why packages are used. They help in organizing code. Packages prevent naming conflicts by providing a unique namespace. Packages support modularity by allowing developers to separate the program. Organizing classes into packages make it easier to locate related classes. Moving to the question 34, what is this and super keyword in Java? This is used to refer current classes instance as well as static members. Super keyword is used to access methods of the parent class. What happens if you attempt to use the super keyword in a class that doesn't have a super class? If we attempt to use the super keyword in a class that doesn't have a super class, a compilation error occurs. The super keyword is only applicable within subclasses to refer to members of the super class. Can this or super keyword be used in a static method? No, this and super keyword cannot be used in a static methods. Static methods belong to the class, not instances, and super refers to the super classes objects context, which does not exist in a static context. Question 37 is how many ways you can take input from the console. There are different ways to take input, like we can take it by using command line argument, by using buffered reader class, by using console class, by using scanner class. Thank you.